My name is Feintola. I am a Jesus girl, and I'm just sharing my thoughts on being happy as a Christian single over 40. This is Fortify. So, my first question to you is, should you get married? Okay, I know that there is an assumption, or should I call it a natural, seemingly natural chain of events. It is expected that as a woman or a man, once you get some education and you get to a certain age, you're expected to do the next thing, which is to get married and start a family. Expected. That's what society expects. That's what culture expects. But the question is, should it be so? Do you absolutely have to get married just because you're old enough to get married? Right. Now, the question is one that is born out of the, 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 the rampant cases of divorce that we are seeing in today's world. Right? A lot of marriages are hitting the rocks, a lot of marriages are falling apart, and some are even still in their marriages but totally miserable. And the question is, why do people think that they absolutely must get married? So a lot of people have gotten married who have no business being married, really, because they don't have the capacity to live with another human being. Some people are totally self-absorbed. Some people are totally everything is inwards, it's just them. And it's difficult for them to open up and accept another person. The Bible says that two shall become one flesh. For that to happen, there has to be an opening up and an accepting for another human being to come and then be joined to you and become one person. What that means is in the joining, you're going to have to shed some and the other person shed some as well. And then both of you can come together. Now, some people don't want to shed. Some people are not ready to shed anything at all. And so should such people even bother to get married at all? Matthew chapter 19, verse 12 says that some people are born as eunuchs. Some people are born into celibacy. Some people are made eunuchs by men. And then some people have taken the decision to be celibate for the sake of the kingdom of heaven. So some people are born as eunuchs. Now, those people who are born with no desire to have intercourse or intimacy with another human being, sometimes they find themselves, because of culture, forcing it. And then they go ahead and get married, even though they don't have a natural desire for it. And so they struggle. And then they put a lot of pain on the partner or the person they chose to marry. Is that even necessary? Now, some other people became eunuchs by life experiences. Maybe something happened, or and somewhere along the line, you realized that you don't really feel this connection with another person. I don't think such a person should go and get married. I don't think anybody who is not ready to make the sacrifice of shedding some and compromising some in order to be united with another human should go ahead and get married. So is it compulsory? Should you get married? I don't think so. If you cannot answer these questions sincerely, if you cannot sit and ask yourself these very tough questions, that am I really ready to share my life with another person? Am I ready to compromise on my own beliefs, on my own ideologies? Am I ready to accept somebody else into my life? Am I ready to open up and make room for someone else? And talking about making room, this is something that For mature singles, as they are called, it can become an issue because singles who have lived by themselves for a while become set in their ways. And when you're set in your ways, the question you should ask yourself before you get married is, am I ready to make room? Am I ready to make room in my heart? Am I ready to make room in my mind? Am I ready to make room even within my space for someone else to be in? Because once you get married, then it's no longer one person that you have to think about. You always have to think about the other person. And the Bible says you have to love your neighbor as yourself. So you're loving your spouse as yourself, not less than yourself, not more than yourself, but as yourself. So is this something that you're sure you're able to do? If your answer to this is yes, then yes, you probably should get married. But if your answer is no, you should think again. Is marriage really for me? Marriage is not for everyone.